This is not going to go the way you think. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Xerath Prevails. Folks, I am going to do some Galactic Challenges videos because they have been requested like crazy. Tons of people have been asking me to do Galactic Challenges videos, and so I'm going to do what I call the Brute Force series because I don't have the time to try to find the lowest common denominator, but I do almost always get the red box, and I figured I would show you guys the process that I go through to get the red box on most of my Galactic Challenges. That means that I'm going to use my whale account, the one that has 8.7 million GP, and I'm going to show you guys how I go about doing it. I'm just going to use the most brutal, ridiculous thing that I can use to be able to get it. So today, we just need a Grievous team with IG-88. The IG-88 probably wants his Zeta. You might be able to get through without it, but otherwise you want Ray and you want Jawa Scavengers. Jawa Scavenger probably benefits from being Gear 11 or 12. Your Ray wants to have decent health, though mine is an offense Ray with 200k health, so you can totally do that. Let's go to the game. I'm going to show you guys my droid. Speeds and everything. It's not really that vital. I don't know how this format's gonna go. So let's head over there. Whoa, madness! We're in the game. How'd we get here? Crazy. This is stupid. Okay, so we've got General Grievous, and my General Grievous is Relic 8. I don't think you need all these relics, but I mean, the more that you have, the helps. But the speed 229. You kind of I like to have potency on mine, so 80% potency is nice. The B1 is Relic 7. He's got 273 speed with 95 potency and almost 11k damage. With IG-88, the big thing about him is his... the reason I want to include him is while IG-88 is active, target-locked enemies can't recover health or protection, which is pretty nice because that means that crew can't heal himself when we're hitting him. Next up is the B2 Super Battle Droid. He's got tenacity mods. He is slow and doesn't have much potency. IG-80 or IG-100, also known as Magnagard, is also slow, also has tenacity, and that is it. So let's go check out the video for this. If I can actually click on the correct thing. There we go. All right. So we're gonna skip forward here because I was looking at the Zeta and stuff before I recorded. So here we go, guys. So the idea is if crew does his basic attack first, then you can keep going. If not, if he does his stun, then a lot of times your B1 is going to end up with the death mark. And that's the thing that you don't want, because then everyone focuses down your B1, and it's a huge mess. But usually, apparently, crew just uses his basic at the start, which is total folly. I have no idea why he does that noob thing, but he does. And I think this wins, I don't know, as long as crew gets the death mark, I think it wins pretty consistently, as long as you have, like, the relic levels to match and everything. So, you know, Magnagard's dead. You just do your AoEs to the as long as everyone's target locked, it's nice. And the whole team has a bunch of AoEs, so you eventually can take out crew and everyone else dies. This went about as well as you can hope for. In addition to B1 is assisting the whole time, so you get the you can get the whatever it is, the 20 assists thing if you do it right. So here's the second one. I actually lost this one because you can see crew did a stun first, and then my B1 had to do an AoE and got the death mark, and I still like kind of almost pulled it off, but it didn't quite work. So moving on to the final version, and once again we just start off. He starts off with a basic, and you're good to go. You're just off to the races, trying to get target lock on everyone, just so. And then you also want to dispel Hux if you can dispel Hux in his advantage. That's huge. But clearly we just can't dispel it. Like, he had to dispel it himself. Magnagard barely survived there for a second, so we were able to heal. That was kind of lucky. But even if he died, that might have even been more lucky. Now remember, as long as Hux has advantage, we're not gaining bonus turn meter, because advantage and his Zeta kind of shut that down. And so we're just trying for this, trying to do good things. And you can see the target lock went off, and now crew is actually doing a lot better. Unfortunately, B2 is actually dead, and you know, ideally you kill Hux way before this, but one thing to point out too, guys, on his basic, General Grievous can still cause healing immunity, so you have a level of redundancy against this crew. And in fact, maybe IG-88 isn't the best choice here. Maybe you just take the full droid team, though that's the first team I tried and it didn't really work. I think having multiple AoEs that do things to people is pretty nice, especially because then they can't heal themselves with IG-88. Plus, maybe there's a rule I just didn't know about. I didn't read all the rules to go through this, so yeah, you'll have that. Next, we're gonna go with Rey and the Jawas. Oops, let's see. There we go. Okay, so gear 12 on Scavenger, Scavenger, gear 12 on Nebbit, gear 9 on the other two Jawas, and then Relic 8, of course, on Rey. So I'm reading the abilities, but really with Engineer, all you want to do is you just do a basic, because that tries to apply a grenade. And you want to apply 40 thermals, so that's the goal. Trying to apply 40 thermals, they kill one of your Jawas, they hit Nebbit. You want to just put a bunch of health and protection mods on Scavenger and Nebbit. But you can see, look at all these grenades that they have, guys. Like this, if they do one mass assist on you, that's usually enough. Then you're good to go. So just keep putting lifeblood on your Scavenger, and eventually you should be good. And you know, we're gonna play with our food just a tiny bit, and that is basically it. Just keep putting lifeblood on Scavenger, keep him in stealth so that they keep applying thermals, and you know, every once in a while sneak over. Nebbit can get the kill with the death mark. It's kind of fun. Throw that thermal so that Engineer doesn't get the death mark, and again, Rey can go into her ult so that they get the death mark once again. And yeah, I mean, the first time I tried this, I lost. I didn't lose. Rey just dominates it, but she didn't apply enough thermals, so you just need to keep going. I didn't include that in this video, apparently, but you can see I'm just playing with my food, trying to make sure, like Jawa Engineer can just keep throwing his grenade, and I mean, that's one every time. You need 40, so it's not a ton, but I mean, if you just need a couple more, may as well mess around a little bit instead of just resetting and having to waste another couple minutes. And overall, this one is a pretty easy one, folks. And once you figure out the IG-88 and his Zeta really prevent them from healing and doing cool stuff, and then Rey can really help you if you have her. Obviously, if you don't have her, you might have other things you could do, but one way or another, this is what I did, and I was able to succeed. So that's it, guys. I don't want to spend more time. I don't want to mess with you guys. I hope this helped. Let me know in the comments what you think. Would really appreciate a like or a sub or something. You know, comment, trying to mount the algorithm, etc. Trying to see if this video is going to actually work out for us, this video series. So guys, thank you all so much for watching, and remember that in all things, Zereth prevails.